The Forgotten Asylum. In the heart of a dense, forgotten forest, hidden behind decades of overgrowth and decay, stands the remnants of St. Mark's Asylum. Once a place of supposed healing, it now looms like a decaying beast, its broken windows resembling eyes that have seen too much. The locals whisper of the horrors that took place there, but no one dares to investigate, until now. A group of 5 urban explorers, each with a passion for the mysterious and the abandoned, plans to spend the weekend delving into the secrets of St. Mark's Asylum. There's Marcus, the leader and videographer, Sarah, the historian, Alex, the skeptic, Jenny, the thrill seeker, and Tom, the tech expert, equipped with cameras, flashlights, and a mix of excitement and trepidation. They set off to uncover what lies within. Arriving at dusk, the asylum looks menacing, its Gothic architecture silhouetted against the fading light. Vines choke the walls, and rusted gates creak eerily in the wind. As they approach, Sarah recounts the asylum's history. Opened in the 1920s, it was closed abruptly in the 1980s after numerous reports of abuse, patient deaths, and unexplained occurrences. With the sun setting, the group squeezes through a gap in the gate and heads towards the main entrance. The door, surprisingly unlocked, swings open with an ominous groan. Inside, the air is thick with dust and decay. The floors are littered with broken furniture, medical equipment, and scattered papers. As they navigate through the hallways, their flashlights reveal disturbing graffiti and old, blood-stained walls. They reach the records room where Sarah hopes to find patient files. Instead, they discover a hidden door behind a toppled bookcase. Intrigued, they pry it open to reveal a dark, narrow staircase leading down to the basement. Descending into the basement, the atmosphere grows colder and more oppressive. They find themselves in what appears to be a series of cells, each with heavy iron doors. Marcus films the eerie surroundings while Tom scans for any electrical anomalies. Jenny, ever the thrill seeker, ventures further ahead and finds an old, leather-bound journal. Gathering around, they read the journal, which belonged to Dr. Jonathan Gray, the asylum's last director. It details horrific experiments on the patients aimed at curing mental illness through extreme and inhumane methods. The journal's final entry speaks of a ritual intended to harness the patient's fear, resulting in their eternal torment and an unexpected, sinister consequence. As they digest this revelation, the temperature drops further, and the air fills with whispering voices. Alex, the skeptic, dismisses it as a trick of the mind, but his bravado falters when he sees shadows moving independently of their light sources. The group decides to leave, but realizes they can no longer find the staircase back up. Panic sets in as they wander through the labyrinthine basement. They begin to see apparitions of patients, their faces twisted in agony. These spirits seem to relive their final moments, endlessly tortured by unseen forces. The explorers' technology starts malfunctioning, capturing ghostly images and inexplicable sounds. They stumble upon a large room filled with arcane symbols and remnants of ritualistic paraphernalia. At the center is a massive stone altar stained with old blood. The walls are covered in desperate messages scratched into the stone. Tom's equipment detects a powerful, malevolent presence emanating from the altar. Sarah finds another journal entry hidden in the room, revealing that Dr. Gray had attempted to summon a dark entity, promising it the souls of the patients in exchange for forbidden knowledge. The ritual backfired, trapping the patients' souls in perpetual torment and binding the entity to the asylum. Realizing the danger, Marcus proposes they find a way to undo the ritual. They discover that reversing the symbols on the altar and burning the journal might break the curse. As they begin, the spirits become more agitated, and the malevolent entity manifests, a dark, writhing shadow that attacks them. In a desperate struggle, they fend off the entity while completing the reversal ritual. The atmosphere becomes a whirlwind of chaos, with objects flying and the ground shaking. With a final effort, they set the journal on fire, causing the entity to screech in fury and vanish. Silence falls, and the oppressive atmosphere lifts. The spirits, now freed, dissipate peacefully. The group finds the staircase and hurriedly exits the asylum, emerging into the early dawn light, shaken but alive. They vow never to speak of what happened, but the experience leaves an indelible mark on each of them. Years later, Marcus, now a renowned filmmaker, releases a documentary about the asylum, omitting the supernatural elements. He receives a letter from a stranger claiming to be a descendant of Dr. Gray, warning that some curses are never fully broken. As Marcus reads the letter, a familiar chill runs down his spine, and he senses a shadow watching from the corner of the room.